Alright everyone, welcome to another Tuesday review. And I've got another game for you from the developer SEP. And as you know, I've played other games by them. Other games seem to have been pretty good. Like, they seem to put out games pretty quickly. Like, I think they put out like quite a few games every year. And they seem to have a decent amount of content in the previous games and seem to be pretty well put together. So let's go ahead and look at this game right here and see if it's the same, if it's actually worth your time, if you should play it, if you should get into it. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, this game, go to new game here real quick, I'll show you. This is the top slot is the one I've actually played and completed. You can see my play time is about 4 hours, 10 seconds. Yeah, not a very long game. And I did get like everything that there was to find in the game. I found all the secrets. I don't know if I was like max level, but I was like a decent level. Basically, I think I was like level 45 in the game. So yeah, I got a decent amount of levels in that game. So yeah, it is not a very long game. 4 hours to beat and it was complete. But you do have several characters that do play slightly different with different abilities that you can play through. So there is a little bit of replayability for that time. Go and start a new game here. Get some backstory on this game. We're fighting basically against Master Ghost, a really giant, powerful ghost who has invaded the country. This basically is kind of like a feudal Japan kind of era is what it seems like. And Master Ghost has basically revived, I guess, or broke loose, and has released 5 demons that we have to defeat. It's a game that has a pretty basic structure to it. You go through the different lands, you fight the different demons, you go through like dungeons to get to them. It has a very Zelda-like format, which you'll see when we get into the game. You do have 4 classes. You have a ninja with this guy over here. You have a samurai with this guy. You have a sort of priestess-like character with this lady right here, and then a monk character. Each has bonuses, except for the monk, because he has sworn off all material goods, so you start with Jack with him, but he does have a good amount of key for using spells, but just not very good on health. But he does have a very long reach with his spear, so should be able to keep enemies at bay and defeat them pretty quickly. So we're going to go ahead and choose the samurai real quick. The ninja has like a shorter attack range, but it's not like super dangerously short. It's maybe like a little bit shorter than the mid-range people, which are like Yuki and Kan here, the samurai and the priestess, so don't worry about that. But yeah, like this one has like coins you start with. This guy has keys you start with, which you need keys to open chests, kind of a nod back to the Swords and Bones series, where you had to get keys to open the chests. So it's kind of like some links to other SEP games, which is kind of cool. And with her, you start with more potions, so you get potions to begin with, which is kind of cool, so you can heal yourself, and that's kind of a nice thing to do. So we'll go ahead and start with the samurai here real quick, and each one you'll get like a little bit of dialogue, a little bit of backstory, as far as like why they are trying to defeat Master Ghost and the demons he released. And that's kind of a neat touch too, so it's not like a super in-depth story to the game, but you do get a little bit of backstory to the characters. You do have sort of a basic story that you're going through. And SEP is really known for this kind of game format. This kind of game format where it's a short game, almost kind of arcade style game where it doesn't take a whole lot of time to get through. It's just a matter of playing the game. So basic controls here. You can see very top down, very much Zelda-like. Even your attack is, you have sort of like lines of movement that indicate kind of a swing, but it's really more of a stab forward. So very much Zelda-like attack. You do have a dodge roll, but like press it now, and is a slight delay to it. So really you're just doing it as a quick getaway to try to get to safety preemptively. Like you're not gonna be able to use it like last minute and save yourself. So keep that in mind. That's definitely something you want to be careful with. So you do have people you can talk to. You push the attack button to talk here. People will tell you stuff about the game, like the keys needed for chests. Enemies drop food, which can heal either your stamina, your mana, or it was a key, I should say. So your stamina, your key, or your health. So depending on the food item, it will heal one of them. And you get like ghostly walls that you have to deal with as well. But as you fight the bosses, you get through the dungeons, you fight the bosses, they will give you the statues, which give you abilities that will help you progress further to other lands and get to other areas in the game. Also unlock some secret areas. You do have a dojo, which you can train your abilities. Now, right now we can't carry enough gold to get these, but there's an item in the shop we'll have to get to where we can carry even more gold, and then we can get more monies to train this. So you can train like 3 different abilities that are special attacks that use ki. You can train your vitality, and you can train your ki, so that we have more vitality, more ki. Now, as you fight, and I'll show you this as well when we get into combat, you'll level up and have a choice to increase either your vitality or your ki. That is entirely up to you. There's also a blacksmith here, and when you find golden hammers, which throughout the game there's like so many golden hammers, but you find golden hammers plus so much money, and you can enhance your weapon for attack up to +4. So that gives you a stronger attack to help you defeat enemies faster. Again, as you find more things, you'll be able to do that. And then as we go down here, we have the shop. And this is what I was telling you about, how you have different items like your potions. You can buy keys. You also will find keys defeating enemies and attacking bushes and things. The purse is a must. So as soon as you can buy the purse, so you can carry up to 9,999 coins, so then we can have enough coins to get all the upgrades. Also have a key holder, so we can initially hold 10 keys at most. This allows us to hold 30 keys. So especially if you're finding a lot of keys and you find that you're fighting, your keys are full and you keep finding more and it won't let you have any more, this is going to be helpful to make sure you can actually open those chests. I do believe later in the game you'll find someone who will close the chests and refill them, and then you can go through and open them back up again and find those money in the chests and get money for more stuff. Boots just gives you a faster recharge on your stamina. Scales allows you to carry more potions, so now instead of 5 of each potion, you can carry 10 of each potion. And the towel just makes potions more effective, so they heal you for more. There's really not much to this shop other than these few items. Once you buy them, you have them. With the exception of keys and potions, you can come back and buy as many of those as you want. The rest, once you buy them, you have them, and they're done. So there you go. That's a basic shop right there. And then we get into combat here. So let's go out into the field, and you will see that enemies come to you. You're not going to them so much. I mean, you will, but like they come to you. They're like, hey, we see you. We're coming your way. They are a bit aggressive, which is kind of cool. I actually like that. Like the enemies do pose a threat. They're not just like randomly moving around and they might hit you by accident. They are actually like, we see you. We're coming your way. Not all enemies. Some enemies are a little more stationary, but yeah. You definitely will find that. We open that chest for some money right there. We have that money. Use one of our keys. You can also attack bushes like in Zelda. It's very much a Zelda-like game. Consider this like it's a Zelda game. We are attacking enemies and having to go through dungeons, fight bosses to get to the next dungeon and defeat the final boss. Very top down. Now, as you see, we gained enough experience. The purple arrow bar that filled up as we fight enemies. That's our experience, and we level up. So now we can choose to increase either our health or our ki. I'm gonna try to keep him fairly even, so we'll just kind of alternate between health and ki here. So do his health to kind of even that out. And you can do it however you want. Like your character starts how they start, but you could build them however you want, which is kind of a neat feature. Like you could actually build him to be more ki focused. Like even though he's a samurai and he's pretty well balanced, you could actually change him into a more health focused, more ki focused, or keep him balanced. That's your choice. You can do however you want in this game, whatever is going to be easier for your playthrough style. And that's kind of cool. It gives you some versatility in this game, which makes it more approachable for people. So say if you want to have a huge pool of health, then you can focus mostly on health and make it where you're less likely to die. This guy has told us that some big chests require 3 keys, and you will find those. It very much has like the feel of something familiar while being something entirely different, and that is really cool when a game does that. So whenever you have a game that is able to do that, like be familiar, give you some of that nostalgia feeling, but be an entirely unique experience, that is a pretty good thing. Like it's kind of the best of both worlds, like the nostalgia with the, oh, this is really cool and brand new and I've not played this before. But overall, this game is fun, and there is a bit of replayability with the multiple characters, so I do appreciate that. I appreciate the replayability where I can go through and say, hey, I beat it as this character, and I want to beat it as that character. But yeah, overall, this game is a fun time. It's enjoyable. You'll have a fun time with it. I had a fun time with it, so I think you will too. This game was like, oh my god, it's Zelda, it's like feudal Japan, and I'm like, I love anime, I love Zelda. This is like fantastic. This is amazing. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this game. It is a pretty fun game. I would definitely recommend it. I'll put a link down below where you can find this game. But that's my review for this game. Thank you so much for watching. We will see all of you in the next video. Until then, stay awesome, and we will see you then.